today's adventure is the Cog Railway. We're going to take a train up to the top of Pikes Peak, so we'll show you all the sights along the way. Alright.
And if you guys are curious about that lake down there, that is Lake Moraine. Lake Moraine is a special lake because it is the only lake up this high on this particular mountain. It's 46 feet deep at its deepest, and it was formed millions of years ago during a glacier that had melted during the Ice Age era. Now, if you see that road that runs alongside Lake Moraine, that is still part of that 60-mile journey I mentioned earlier. Nowadays, it's just a moment hotel. But at one point, there was a man by the name of Bruce Taggart that lived here. He was the section foreman, and he was been some die because he convinced his wife to a body of water coming up. And remember, we already passed the only lake up this high. So, what is that? It's a reservoir. It's where the Pikes Peak Visitor Center gets its water source from. And there is about 8 or 9 of these reservoirs up here on Pikes Peak. Now, you may notice some trails cutting through the alpine tundra down there. Check it out. That's part of history. This tundra stuff, this grassy stuff, takes 100 years just to spread 1 inch. That's why we're able to see that. When we didn't have fancy cars or trucks to bring supplies up the mountain, we had to use carriages and donkeys.
We made it to the top of Pikes Peak. I think that's looking back at Colorado Springs. This is our train we came up on. And you can kind of see the cog track there. I rode up here the other day. There's just a little bit left right there. You wait in line. So this way is Colorado Springs. So it's kind of out that direction out there. And then Manitou Falls. This is kind of right down in there. Down that way. Can't see Garden of the Gods is down that way also, which you can't really see from up here. I don't think. Oh wait, maybe they might be like right down in there, right there. Canyon. that out. That's looking like straight down. That'd be a long fall. There's some more snow. They have a parking lot up here if you want to drive up, if you feel like your car is worthy of doing so, and then a visitor center over there where you can get drinks and snacks and use the bathroom and all that sort of stuff. And there's a big cloud kind of overhead. It's very cold up here today. It's probably, I'd say, in the 40s, maybe colder. It's windy, breezy. Alright, so the next thing to look for is Denver. Way out that way. I don't know if you can see it way out there or not. Probably like right out there. Way out there. Somewhere out there is Red Rock Amphitheater and Mount Evans, way off in the distance. This is a map of the summit complex. Just the different views that you can look at. And looking out over. It's like you're on the moon or something, looking out. Looking out and out. There's actually a trail. If you want to hike up here, you can do that as well. 8 miles. On the way up, they were talking about this gold mine over here. That's the makes, I don't know, I guess the richest gold mine in the world apparently. I think they said it was a CNS gold mine, something like that. Information about the gold rush on Pikes Peak, I guess. I was just looking at this picture here, and Mount Pisgah right here. So I think that's this mountain right over here, and then like down there would be where the town was at. Right below it, where all the trees are now. Cool, you can see the steam coming up from the valley. I guess forming a cloud, going up into that cloud. Made it into the snack bar. Just having a donut that's made up here in Pikes Peak. Apparently it's different. I don't know. Tastes pretty good though. It's cinnamon sugar. Working on the track. Where we started from. The trip took about 3 hours from top to bottom, and it was pretty cool. Hopefully you enjoyed all the footage and the scenery and everything. If you're ever in Colorado Springs and Manitou Springs, stop by. I highly recommend taking the Cog as opposed to driving up, but I guess that's kind of your choice. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.